Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Paul and I'm an indie author and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag, specifically the Defying Writer Stereotypes tag. I don't know who I was tagged by, it was months and months ago and I apologise that I haven't written it down, but this tag was created by Eileen Nessman, whose channel is linked below. There are 5 questions all about defying writer stereotypes and I'm just going to jump right to it. So number 1, what are 3 to 5 writer stereotypes that don't apply to you? I don't drink coffee, mostly because I'm allergic to it and I don't want to die. 2, I generally don't get writer's block, which I feel like is a big writer stereotype, but that's simply because of experience and the way that I plan my time. It's not necessarily a therefore I'm better than people thing, it's just the way it is. And the 3rd one is one that I'm stuck on because I hoard notebooks. I generally don't talk about my OCs that much, but I know a lot of newbie writers who do this, but I don't know a lot of older writers who do this. So I'm kind of stuck on number 3. I keep thinking about it and I keep thinking, what can it be? I guess 1 would be that I don't write all the time. I don't have all the writing time. I also don't put off writing, like that's a writing stereotype, that people who write will generally do everything but write. I generally don't do that. I think that ties into writer's block, but I'm not sure, but that's definitely a 3rd one, so I'm gonna call that done. Number 2, what part of the writing process is hardest for you? That would be editing. I love drafting, I'm great at drafting. I could get all the drafting all the day. Editing and revisions is where I struggle, because basically in the drafting stage I'm very much in the discovery of what's going on, telling myself the story, and in the revision stage I'm like, this makes sense to me, but will it make sense to anyone else? And then we go into edits and my editor lets me know that no, it will not make sense to anybody else. So yeah. Of course we have betas between them, and some of my betas are like, this doesn't make sense, and I will fix it then, but then there are other bits that the betas are fine with that my editor is not. So there we go. Number 3, do you ever feel imposter syndrome as a writer? What about as a YouTuber? Yes to both. I feel like an imposter all the time when it comes to writing. Because I've been writing for so long and I'm still very much a small fish, I feel like one day someone's going to work out that I'm not really doing it. But people seem to believe that I can do it, and I have things that I can show myself and tell myself to make sure that I know that I can. But it is hard to cope with imposter syndrome. I have done a video on this, which I will link up in the cards. As a YouTuber, oh yes, I've been on YouTube for over 4 years. I have just under 400 subs. Yeah, you can do the rest. I don't feel like all those people realise. It's like the thought of 400 people, less than 400 people who sub to my channel and think that I have good things to say, it worries me sometimes. Number 4, do you generally receive support or skepticism about your writing? I get a mixture of both. I get support from people who read my books and like them, and then I get skepticism from people who don't think that it's a good career choice. And I can understand where they're coming from. Writing isn't a lucrative choice sometimes. It can be, but that always, that's dependent on a number of factors. But even still, the majority of writers won't make it full-time living just by their writing. So I get a mixture of support from like my friends and family, from fans who are fans, who like my work, who love my work, who will read everything I ever put out kind of thing, and that's a great feeling to have. But I also get the skepticism of, well, how much do you make, and how many have you sold, and are you really an author if you haven't done XYZ? And it's just like Number 5, what is one piece of advice you want to give to new writers? This is the piece of advice that was given to me. Wasn't necessarily as writing advice, but by a friend of mine, and she just said to me, it takes as long as it takes. I've been complaining or saying that I had to do XYZ by X time because otherwise I wasn't successful or I wasn't valid, and she was just like, it takes as long as it takes, and that's okay. And I was just like, wow. So yeah, that's the writing, that's the advice I'd want to give new writers, is that it takes as long as it takes, and it's okay if it takes you a while to get there. No one's counting, no one's monitoring every second that you don't get there. It does take as long as it takes, and you will get there, but it's okay. So yeah, that's the piece of advice that really would have helped me as a newbie, and really would have helped me sort of like mental health wise as well. So yeah, that's the piece of advice I want to give new writers. So there we have it. Those are the 5 questions. I am tagging 4 people: Daltha Saruno, Christopher Dross, Moon Petrie, and Kat Bowser. All of them are linked below. So do you defy any writer stereotypes? And if you do, what are they? And if I haven't tagged you and you wish to do this tag, please feel free. But if you don't do this tag and want to tell me what stereotypes you defy, let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, subscribe, or like. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. And don't forget to pick up Lights Out, all the links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.